Hello, welcome back. Today, March 10th, audiences will catch a glimpse of Theresa Donovan in Salem once again, portrayed by the talented Emily O'Brien. Soap opera watchers may find themselves doing a double take, however, because O'Brien will also be playing Gwen Rizek later in the summer. This dual role is already stirring up plenty of discussion among Days enthusiasts, but one thing is certain: Teresa's reappearance promises a healthy dose of drama, especially concerning her son Tate Black and the mysterious circumstances surrounding his soon-to-be marriage. Theresa Donovan's troubled past. The last time viewers saw Theresa Donovan, she was in a world of trouble. She had been complicit in a scheme orchestrated by Konstantin Melianis to steal a massive inheritance from Xander Kyriakis. There were lies, forgery, and even a short-lived kidnapping of baby Victoria, an act that, understandably, led to serious criminal charges. It was enough to land Teresa behind bars. Thankfully for her, Konstantin was taken out of the picture by none other than Xander himself, which put an end to any further threats of retaliation. Teresa's brother, Andrew Donovan, managed to negotiate a deal that shortened her sentence to a mere 6 months, sparing her from years of incarceration. Now, Teresa is a free woman once again, or as free as one can be with so many unresolved issues waiting for her in Salem. Since she spent the better part of half a year away, she'll undoubtedly have to do some damage control for the relationships she's hurt, apologize to those she's wronged, and possibly navigate the hostile reactions of those who were her victims. But if there's one thing longtime fans have learned over the years, it's that Theresa Donovan never does anything halfway. Whether seeking forgiveness or seeking vengeance, she's going to do it with flair. A complicated family reunion. Upon her release from Statesville prison, Teresa's first priority will likely be reconnecting with her family. That means we can expect emotional, potentially tense scenes between Teresa and her parents, Kimberly Brady and Shane Donovan, if they happen to be around, or if not, at least references to them will be made. The bigger question revolves around her son, Tate Black. Tate, who is the son of Brady Black, has grown considerably in Teresa's absence. While viewers might assume there were occasional prison visits, face-to-face time between mother and son would still have been very limited. The complicated mother-son dynamic is about to get a lot more complicated, though, because Tate has been dealing with a highly charged situation. He's expecting a baby with Sophia Choi. Or at least, that's what Sophia and her mother Amy Choi are insisting. Many in Salem are taking this pregnancy at face value, but Teresa might have a few choice words and demands about a paternity test. It's a soapy storyline at its finest: teenage pregnancy, potential forced marriage, and an ex-inmate mother stepping into the fray with her fiery attitude. Clashing with Amy Choi, viewers know that Amy Choi, Sophia's mother, has been none too pleased about the entire situation, especially with Tate's father, Brady, who already has a full plate and doesn't necessarily meet her standards for a suitable father figure. The idea that Tate and Sophia may consider marriage just to make things appear more proper is alarming to many, including Teresa. After all, Teresa herself is all too familiar with the pitfalls of making hasty decisions under pressure, and she'd be the first to warn against it. As Teresa re-enters the picture, she may encourage the young couple to consider adoption or, at the very least, explore all possible options before tying themselves down to a marriage they might regret. This attitude would immediately place Teresa in conflict with Amy. Amy, stressed out by her own family drama, might be looking at Teresa's prison record and less than stellar track record with suspicion. Every viewer can imagine the tense conversations and icy glares that may result when these two formidable women finally meet. Teresa's perspective as a mama bear: for all her misdeeds, Teresa does genuinely love her son. Soap fans who have followed Teresa's journey know she has often acted out of desperation. She's had more than her share of impulsive schemes, but when it comes to Tate, she's shown flashes of genuine protective instinct. That maternal side of Teresa is going to roar to life now that she sees her son teetering on the edge of adult responsibilities. From Teresa's vantage point, Tate is still very young and deserves a chance at college, a career, and a future without the huge responsibilities of fatherhood, especially if there's any question about whether the child is truly his. This storyline is shaping up to be a classic soap confrontation: the protective mother who believes her newly released incarceration was a wake-up call, standing up against another mother, Amy, who may be pushing her daughter to take a path that benefits her family's image. The fireworks will likely soar as soon as Teresa sets foot on Amy's doorstep. Paternity doubts: is the baby really Tate's? One of the biggest questions swirling around Salem is whether or not Tate is the true father of Sophia's unborn child. So far, fans have seen little to no discussion of an actual paternity test. While Brady, under pressure from Amy, seems willing to accept the pregnancy as is, Teresa is another story. After dealing with so many cons, cover-ups, and manipulations in her own life, Teresa might demand proof before she allows her son to make any life-altering commitments. If the baby is not Tate's, that would turn this entire fiasco on its head, and Teresa would happily blow the lid off the entire charade. All of this sets the stage for a storyline that is rich with twists and turns. Will Teresa's demand for a paternity test create an even bigger rift between her and the Choi family? And if it does turn out that the baby isn't Tate's, how will Amy handle the situation? Moreover, how might Tate and Sophia's relationship fare under Teresa's relentless scrutiny? Teresa's guilt and redemption. Teresa has caused a great deal of heartache in Salem, not just for her victims but also for her own family. She spent months orchestrating crimes against Xander Kyriakis, forging documents, and even kidnapping a baby at one point. Redemption in soap operas is never straightforward. It involves a blend of apologies, dramatic confrontations, and either acceptance by the community or further isolation. In Days of Our Lives, no one is ever beyond redemption, but the journey there can be fraught with side plots and conflicts. Will Teresa return to her old, manipulative ways, or will she use her prison time as a launchpad for sincere change? Her interactions with Tate could be the deciding factor. If Teresa truly wants to make amends, her protectiveness of her son might reveal a softer, more genuine side. On the other hand, if she feels cornered, she might resort to old habits like blackmail or deception to get what she wants. Emily O'Brien's two characters, Teresa and Gwen, adding an extra layer of intrigue to all of this is Emily O'Brien's dual role. Fans know that O'Brien has already appeared on Days of Our Lives as Gwen Rizek, a character who has stirred up her own brand of turmoil. Now, O'Brien has stepped into Theresa Donovan's shoes as well. Soap operas are no strangers to actors playing multiple roles, sometimes even sharing scenes with themselves, which leads to fascinating and sometimes comedic scenarios. The big question is how the show's writers plan to handle two characters played by the same actress without creating confusion. At some point this summer, viewers can expect O'Brien to also reprise Gwen, whether sporadically or in a more substantial arc. For the time being, fans are bracing themselves for the possibility that Gwen and Teresa could both appear in Salem at the same time, which would be a mind-blowing twist. How would that impact the storylines at large? Only time and the Days writers will tell. What lies ahead? If you're a longtime devotee of Days of Our Lives, you know that the show loves to upend expectations and keep viewers on their toes. Theresa Donovan's return is a prime example of Days at its best, reintroducing a character with plenty of baggage and the potential to stir up trouble. Her connection to Brady and Tate ensures she'll be front and center, dealing with an array of familial, legal, and emotional entanglements. Will Teresa and Amy Choi come to blows over Tate's future? Possibly, given how both women are known for their strong personalities. Will the baby truly be Tate's, or will this reveal lead to heartbreak and scandal? Paternity tests are practically a soap staple, so viewers should keep their eyes peeled for a big twist. Could Teresa face lingering threats from Xander or any of her previous victims now that she's out of prison? Xander might be relieved to have Constantine out of the picture, but that doesn't mean everyone else in Salem will let Teresa off scot-free. The bigger picture, a classic soap comeback. Theresa Donovan's imminent arrival is a reminder of why fans tune into soap operas day after day, year after year, the promise of intertwined lives, betrayal, rekindled love, redemption arcs, and the occasional outlandish scheme that no one sees coming. Teresa, with her complicated history, is the perfect character to bring these elements to life. She is impulsive yet capable of deep love, manipulative yet still sympathetic. Audiences who have rooted for her in the past or rooted against her will be able to invest themselves in her story all over again as she navigates fresh conflicts and old wounds alike. For an audience that remembers the many chapters of Teresa's journey, this return will feel both nostalgic and electrifying. It's a second chance for Teresa, maybe even a chance at redemption. Yet, as always, it wouldn't be Days of Our Lives if that path to redemption was straightforward. Instead, we can anticipate heartbreak, secrets, and explosive confrontations before the dust settles. So, mark your calendars and prepare for the fireworks. As Monday rolls around, keep your eyes glued to your television or streaming platform because Theresa Donovan is about to step off that bus from Statesville and Salem will never be the same again. Whether you love her or hate her, Teresa brings the kind of drama that keeps Days of Our Lives fans talking. Get ready for the tears, the shouting matches, and the twists that no one sees coming. After all, this is Theresa Donovan we're talking about, a woman who always leaves a mark wherever she goes. Thanks for watching, goodbye.